Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is not just all talk. He is likely to go far in his career because he works extremely hard and keeps things very organized. When he sets a goal, he makes real plans and follows through, often putting in longer hours than most people. He may not brag about his progress, and you might wonder what's going on inside, but his commitment shows in quiet ways.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he tends to feel deeply upset and may have a hard time bouncing back right away. Instead of talking it out or facing the problem head on, he might go quiet or keep to himself, needing space to deal with his feelings. Sometimes he can get moody or even say he's done with it for now, but after some time alone, he usually gets back to trying again.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
At work, people tend to respect his skills and dedication, but he isn't the warmest or most social person in the room. He keeps to himself and usually avoids direct fights, but his sharp words and moody reactions can sometimes rub people the wrong way. Most of his respect comes from his hard work and smart choices, not from being popular or easygoing.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he will quietly feel proud of you, even if he doesn't say much about it or show lots of excitement. He isn't the type to feel jealous or try to compete, but sometimes he might struggle with his own worries or feel a bit distant while he sorts through his feelings. He usually supports you softly behind the scenes rather than with loud praise or celebrations.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he probably won't secretly resent you, but he might feel a little insecure and keep those feelings to himself. He isn't likely to argue or get jealous, but he may withdraw and become quiet, worrying about his own progress. You may notice he gets lost in work more or needs space when he's feeling low.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money very carefully and doesn't spend without thinking. He likes to plan, keep things organized, and make sure everything is in order, especially when it comes to finances. Sometimes he might even get a little stressed about spending too much or missing a savings goal.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives a life he can afford and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. You won't see him showing off, buying fancy things just to impress others, or trying to keep up with anyone. Sometimes he might seem a little strict about spending, but it's because he values security and planning for the future.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is kind and cares about others. But when it comes to money and sharing, he can be quite strict and careful. He doesn't spend easily or give things away without thinking, and he may worry about whether there's enough for tomorrow before helping out today. He has a warm heart, but his mind keeps him cautious and sometimes a bit closed with resources.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is generally open and practical about money, not the secretive or controlling type. He likes things to be clear and organized, so he will talk about budgets, expenses, and plans, though maybe not with lots of details or excitement. You can trust him to be straightforward even if he seems a bit strict.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared, not just your job alone. He's practical and fair minded, and he understands that both partners need to pitch in for things to run smoothly. He respects effort and doesn't believe that running a home is just one person's responsibility.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will genuinely help with chores and even with things like diapers, not just stand around and supervise you. If you make a clear plan or ask him directly, he's willing to roll up his sleeves and get involved. He's not the type to give orders or sit back and watch, and he respects teamwork.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He tries to understand your side instead of arguing just to prove he's right. He's a thoughtful person and wants to care for your feelings, even if he sometimes struggles to show it when stressed. In most disagreements, he listens quietly and may need time to think about what you've said.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he usually stays respectful and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. Instead of shouting or blaming, he is likely to withdraw and go quiet, keeping his feelings to himself. He may seem moody or distant, but he doesn't use harsh words or try to put you down.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get angry quickly, and you shouldn't ignore this. While he doesn't lash out or become aggressive, his moods can change fast and he might go silent or withdraw when upset. It's not easy to handle when someone gets upset often and needs space instead of solving problems together.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He can say sorry and take responsibility, especially if you calmly tell him how you feel. He might not rush to apologize right away. Sometimes he needs time alone to sort out his thoughts and feelings. But he does want to do the right thing and, with gentle words, will take ownership if he's made a mistake.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He may be quiet and withdrawn at times, but he cares about your feelings and personal limits. If you ever worry about this, gentle and clear words will help him understand even more.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he may take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. He's sensitive and can get upset or go quiet if he feels rejected. Even if you gently explain your reasons, he might withdraw, become distant, or think he's done something wrong, needing time to sort out his feelings.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and not use them to hurt or embarrass you later. He values respect and truly wants to keep your trust, so he won't betray your confidence or bring up personal things in anger. If you share something sensitive, it stays safe with him.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is faithful and not easily distracted by other women. His focus tends to be on his own work and the future, so chasing after someone new doesn't interest him. When he cares about someone, he takes the relationship seriously and believes in commitment.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not overpossessive, jealous, or controlling. He doesn't spend time spying on you, asking where you are all the time, or getting suspicious without reason. You can enjoy your freedom with him without feeling watched or controlled.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective side is not a sign of a controlling personality. When he shows care, it's usually about wanting you to feel safe and comfortable, not about telling you what to do or trying to manage your life. You can trust that he's looking out for you, not trying to take charge.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and does not expect you to carry most of the responsibility alone. He believes that raising children is something both parents should share, and he's willing to help out with daily tasks, decisions, and tough times. You won't have to manage everything by yourself with him. He values partnership in family life.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly rather than stay calm. He can get frustrated and may react with sharp words or sudden mood changes, sometimes even stepping away to cool down. After he's had time alone, he usually feels sorry and tries to make things better.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He understands that you have your own identity, interests, and dreams outside of being a mother, and he respects that. If you want to work, study, or take time for yourself, he will try to back you up in practical ways.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who supports your career now only to ask you to quit after having a child. He respects your ambitions and understands that your work is important to you, not just a temporary phase. His support is steady and not based on hidden conditions.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with genuine care, though he might not always be openly warm or expressive. His kindness is real, but it shows up in practical ways like helping out when needed, checking in, or making sure they're comfortable. If your parents value honesty and thoughtful gestures over loud praise, they'll appreciate his sincerity. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he might get upset quickly and need space rather than handling it calmly. His first reaction could be to withdraw or go quiet, and small things might bother him more than you expect. He won't fight or create drama, but his mood can change and he may seem distant.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, there's a chance he might be modern and supportive with you in private, but expect you to be a more traditional supportive wife when relatives are around. He values order and routines, so he could feel nervous about what family or elders think, wanting you to follow certain customs or show respect in ways his family expects. This doesn't mean he stops caring for your feelings, but he may quietly hope you'll adjust your behavior during family gatherings.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will quietly support you and not just stay out of it or side with them. He may not jump in loudly or argue with relatives, but he doesn't want you to face problems alone. His way is to listen, offer comfort, and help in practical ways, even if he gets stressed by family drama.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He isn't a classic mummy's boy, but he does care about keeping peace in the family, including with his mother. If you have a conflict with her, he may feel stressed and go quiet or step back at first, trying not to take sides quickly. Over time, you can trust that he'll put your happiness first, even if it takes a little encouragement from your side.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He is not the kind who shares every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and keeps personal matters between you two, especially when it comes to sensitive topics or disagreements. Strong trust and healthy boundaries are important to him, so your personal life stays mostly between the two of you.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man means living with someone who is steady, focused, and caring, but also quiet and sometimes quick to get upset. He works hard, plans for the future, and tries to help with chores and family life, even if he needs reminders when stressed.